So in the previous class, we have already seen many methods which are used in NumPy. Okay, and it's a very interesting topic. Obviously, we are performing mathematical computations. Okay, and the basic computations or even complex also, whatever it may be. Okay, so the point is, in case of NumPy, you are able to create a matrix. Okay, 1D, 2D, 3D, any dimension, because NumPy stands for n dimensional. Okay, n dimensional array, you can perform any kind of operations. Okay, and after performing, that means after creating this n dimensional array, you can have x is 0 for the rows, x is 1 for the columns, and then you can either take your mean, median, and there are many other methods you can apply over it and get the results. Okay, so right now I am available with one of the method, that is I need to perform your transpose. Okay, transpose. So the transpose of an array that contains a list of unique items and their counts, that is what I need to do. All right, so the output which you will get here is an array where each item is a list. The first item in the list is the unique item itself, while the second item is the count of the item. Okay, so let us check what's happening here. I'm available with the NumPy library, and here is my array, which is a 1D array. Okay, you can see it's a 1D array. Then I have taken two variables. One is the unique underscore items, one is the counts. Okay, and then I'm saying np dot unique array and return the counts. Okay, that means what I need to do, I have submitted a array here and I am returning the count for the unique values. Okay, here I am printing the unique items what are present in this array, because we have already seen in the previous lecture also, array may comprises of your repeated elements also. Okay, so here I need to sort the unique elements. Okay, sort means not like arrangement in ascending descending. No, I'm saying this thing that I need to have only the unique elements, just find unique elements. Okay, and then also find the count of them. Okay, so here it is, I'm printing both of them. Okay, and you did not have to do anything. You did not have to do any hard and fast code to find, okay, this element is unique, this much time it has been repeating. No need to do that. Already in NumPy I am available with unique method. I just need to apply this unique method over the array, that's it. Okay, so the point is, here it will perform the operation, and here you can print that these are the unique elements, these are the counts, and np dot s array unique elements counts dot t stands for the transpose. T stands for the transpose, and it's already said in the output you will get an array where each item is present in the form of a list, and the first element or whatever be the elements are, they are unique in nature, while the second element is the counting itself. Okay, for the instance, in the output, you can see that your item 1 occurs twice, and so on, and 3 occurs twice, and so on. You can see that here is your unique elements list, and here it is telling that how many times these elements are occurring. For example, 1 is occurring 2 times, 3 is occurring 2 times, 4 is occurring 1 time, and so on. Okay, and then what you are doing, you are creating an array with the unique elements and counts and performing transpose of it. Transpose ka matlab, transpose means you converting rows to columns and columns to rows. That is the meaning of transpose. Okay, converting rows to columns and columns to rows. Okay, that is a transpose stuff. So still, you do not have to do any maths behind it. Only you need to use capital T, dot capital T. That's it. Here an array will be created. Okay, from list. Okay, because these two are the list. Unique items and counts. These two are the list. Okay, so as array, np as array. That means you need to convert these list into array, and then you need to perform the transpose over it. Okay, so after performing transpose, I'm getting a combination of the item also and its counting also. So here 1, it's been repeating twice, 3 is repeating 2 times, 4 1 time, 5 2 time, and so on. Okay, so here it is. All right, so just use np.unique, and for transpose just use dot t, capital T. Okay, now there are two main methods to reverse an NP array. One is the flip UD and one is the flip LR. See, flip UD, I think we have already used. Okay, to reverse your array. Okay, because when we are getting an array in the form of, that means if we did sort it in an ascending order, then it's been told, sir, can we do it in the descending order also? So we have used this method, flip UD. Okay, so there is one more method that is called as flip LR, which which is also used to reverse an array. So flip UD method. Let us check this again. Import numpy as np. I'm printing original, and this is your original array. That means I am creating random numbers between 1 to 20, and 10 numbers I am creating. np.random.randint. That means random integers from 1 to 20, and 10 integers I am taking. Okay, and then I am saying reverse it. Okay, and how I'm going to reverse it? np.flipud. That's it. Just reverse it. Okay, so here, whatever be the numbers are between 1 to 20, whatever the 10 numbers are, it will be now reversed. Okay, now what will flip LR method is going to do? To reverse a two-dimensional numpy array, we can also use flip LR method. Okay, so how this flip LR method is going to work for? Again, I am having an array and I'm considering it between 1 to 20 only, and I'm going to have 12 elements in that. Okay, 12 elements. How I found that I need to have 12 elements? Because I have mentioned here size 3 comma 4. That means pick any random numbers between 1 to 20, any 12 random numbers between 1 to 20, and arrange them in 3 rows and the 4 columns. Arrange them in 3 rows in 4 columns. Okay, after that I need to use flip LR. Okay, so here it is, flip LR. And the reversing here is also done row wise. For example, these are the elements present in the original array. It will be flipped like 10, 10, 16, 5. You can see. Then 3, 14, 2, 14. Here it is. So row wise you are going to flip them. That's what happening. Okay, so either you can use your flip UD, okay, or either you can use this flip LR method. Okay, both are going to perform the same operations. Now the next thing is CSV files. Okay, CSV files. Now, for example, if you are available with the data which is in a CSV format, that is comma separated values basically. Okay, that means it's an Excel file only. Okay, and in case of data analysis, in data science, and in machine learning, obviously Excel files are the source, okay, of the data. That means we organize our data in this Excel file. Okay, and CSV is one of the format in which we can save it, that is comma separated values. Okay, so CSV files are important source of data. The NumPy libraries contains the functions that allows to store the NumPy arrays in the form of CSV files also. Okay, that means this library has a functions to store NumPy array also in form of CSV files. Okay, so here we can load a CSV file also. We can save NumPy array in form of CSV file also by using a method that is called as to file method. Okay, so let us consider what's happening. Import numpy as np, np.random.random int 120 size 34. That means same stuff which I have used here. Okay, that means I am creating random numbers, 12 random numbers. From 1 to 20, I am creating 12 random numbers. Okay, that means I am having 3 rows and the 4 columns. All right, and let me print this thing also. Print array. And then my array2 file car price.csv. That means what I need to do? It has been told that you can store this CSV file in a form of a CSV file by using a method to file. Okay, so I am using to file method. Okay, so here this is what I have created an numpy array, and now you are saying kindly store it into a CSV file. Okay, which comprises of 3 rows and the 4 columns separated by a comma. Okay, so it will save in D drive with the name car price.csv. Okay, comma separated values. Okay, so here is your numpy array with the 3 rows and the 4 columns, and you are saving it to your D drive with the name car price.csv. Okay, and this is comma separated file. That's why it's called as CSV, comma separated values. Okay, so the following numpy array will store in the form of a CSV file. If you want to open this CSV file, you can see numpy array has been stored. You can check it out. Once you run this code, then you can check in my D drive this file has been saved or not. And this is my I gave the path here D drive. It's up to you. You can change the path in C drive in that particular folder. It's up to you. You can change the path. Okay, so now this is how you can write the numpy array to the Excel file also, CSV file. Okay, now to store two-dimensional numpy array in a form of a multiple rows in a CSV file. For example, I need to store them in a multiple row, not in a single row, multiple rows. We can use save txt method from the numpy module. Save txt. How? Again, I am having the same array, same numpy array, and I am taking the values between 1 to 20 and 3, 4. That means 12 values I am going to take. 12 random values. Then I am saving it. np.savetxt in with the name my array delimited by comma. Okay, delimited by comma. That means here if I'm going to use save txt instead of to file. Okay, so this save txt will gonna save my file in the form of a multiple rows. Okay, so we are available with 3 rows, 3 rows and the 4 columns, so it will save it accordingly. We can check our CSV file. Okay, and we'll find that okay, this is how it has been saved. All right, so once you run the code and then check how the file has been saved. Okay, now the question is, sir, we are till now saving the file. Okay, now what is the other methods which we can perform over this file? So the point is we can use gen from txt method to load a CSV file into an numpy array. That means if you are already available with the CSV file and I need to load that particular file in my program, okay, I need to load the contents which are present in the file to my program, then you can use gen from txt method. Okay, so here I am available with in D drive, I am available with car price.csv. So I'm using np.gen from txt, this method with the delimiter comma. That means it's a comma delimited, no, comma separated. Okay, I will load it and here I am going to print it. So this is the values for the contents which are stored in this file, car price. So you can load also your CSV file. Okay, and then here are some visualizations. Okay, see, for visualization we are going to use the basic library of Python, that is the matplotlib. Okay, and it's a fundamental library. Okay, that means we can draw various plots in this particular using this matplotlib library. It can be like a bar plot, it can be pie plot, it can be scatter plot, it can be histogram. There are many kinds of plots supported by 2D, 3D, all kinds of plots are supported by the matplotlib library. Okay, so the first thing is our first plot which we are doing here is, because I am having a numpy also and matplotlib, we will see separately this library and this all kind of plots. How to make this, we will be going to learn separately. Okay, but right now one example came, so I'm just explaining you. So here now the first array, here we are available with the array. The array contains 20 equidistant numbers between 1 and 20, and the second array contains the square of these numbers, and I need to plot them. Okay, So there is a plot method from pyplot module. See what I'm going to do is import numpy as nap. Okay, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So what does this mean? Do you have any idea, students? Have you done any visualizations prior? Anything you know about visualizations? Have you done this stuff prior? Tell me.
No, sir.
Okay, no visualizations. See, Matplotlib. Let me explain you. Give you some small brief about it. Matplotlib is a data visualization library. As you are using NumPy for the linear algebra for the numerical computations, similarly, Matplotlib is a data visualization library. Okay, whatever the data which you are going to put here, it will perform the graph of it. Okay, so here I am writing import Matplotlib. First, you need to install it. Okay, install the Matplotlib. Then only you can work on this particular library. So import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. What does it means? Okay, um, matplotlib.pyplot. Okay, so matplotlib is the base library and pyplot is a sub module of it. Okay, I am accessing the sub module of my base library matplotlib and using allies to it as plt, because here also I've used np. Here I'm using plt. It's a short name you can give to any kind of short name you can give. Okay, so from matplotlib library I am accessing a sub module of it, pyplot, with the name plt. Okay, because I can't use this big name multiple times. Similarly, the same case was with the numpy also. Okay, then I have written percentage matplotlib inline. It means that whatever the plots which you are going to make, that will be made here only on this page. Those plots will not come up or pop up on a different screen. No, whatever be the plots are, they will be shown here only in this particular file. That is percentage inline matplotlib. Okay, here only, and that means below the code. Ultimately my point is below the code. Okay, and then the next is, okay, I've already used this library, so no need to use them again. Then I'm having import math. See, math library is used for mathematical functions. Okay, so all the mathematical operations which are available are being a part of maths. Okay, and then what I'm saying, I am creating x values, means the x coordinates. Okay, I am taking np dot line space 59510. It means that I need to create a line starting from 5. That means I need to take the points starting from 5 ending with 95 with 10 spaces. This is what I need to take. These are the x values. Line space 595 up, lower limit, upper limit, and with the gap. Okay, so 5, then 15, then 25, then 35, and 45, and up to 95. 10 values I need to take. Here I am going to print it. So it's printed here. You can see these values are printed. Then I am going to take the y values. Y values are you are going to create a list of y values. That means these are math.sqrt square root I for I in x values. Sqrt, that means I am going to take the square root of x values. That means square root of 5, 15, 25, 35, 40. Each and every value square root has been calculated. So you very well know about this. Sir, this is list comprehension, sir. That means writing the stuff in a single line. You have already studied this concept. Okay, so here I am going to calculate the square root of each and every value of I, and I is where? For I in x value. So whatever be the values which are present in x, I'm going to take the square root of it. Okay, and save them in y values. And then I'm going to plot. Plt dot plot simple. Plt dot, if you need to plot something now, you need to write plt dot plot. Give the x coordinate and give the y coordinate. That's it. And one more thing you can write at the last, plt dot show. Plt dot show. Okay, let me run this code. Okay, so here is a graph you are going to see. On x-axis you are having values 5, 15, 25, 35, and so on till 95. And on y-axis you are having the square root of them. And if you want to print them, okay, print it also. Print y underscore vals. Okay, this is how you can print them also. Okay, so these are the square root of above values, and they are plotted on y-axis, and these are the x-axis value. Here is a plot. Now, please let me know, do you understood this code or not? Simple matplotlib data visualization code, and you have created the data using numpy. Students,
Understood, sir.
okay, so I hope it is clear. Not a big deal. I guess only x and y coordinates I have taken from the numpy and I plotted them. All right. Now, there are some other code also which you can practice. For example, here I'm taking the matplotlib library, numpy library. I'm going to take the maths and math library. Then I'm saying the x values should be created like this: np dot line space 0 20 20. That means I need to start from 0 and I need to end till 20, and I need to take care of. That means I'm going to pick 20 values from here. Okay, if you want, let us print it. Print xvals xvals, just print it. Then what I need to do, I need to calculate the square root. Mat dot square root for I in xvals. That means whatever the values which are present in xvals, calculate the square root of each of them. Okay, and after that, okay, these are y underscore vals. I have also created one more values. Let me print this thing also. Print y underscore vals. Okay, I have created one more y values, that is y2 vals, which are the cube of the values which are present in xvals. That means what they will be: 0 ka cube, then 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, and so on. So here I am performing two things. One is the y vals, which are the square root of the values which are present in I, and one is the y2 underscore vals, which are the cube of the values which are present in your x underscore vals. Okay, so let me print y2 vals also. Y2 underscore vals. Okay, now plt.x label. See, you can give label also. You can give a name to the axis. Okay, x values. Plt.y label. That means you can give the label to y axis also. Okay, then you can give a title also. Plt.title square root. Okay, and then plt.plot. Take x value, y value, represent it with a red color. The line will be represented by red color, and you need to give a label. You can label it. Okay, that means in a plot you can give a label that this line is defined for which purpose. Okay, for which purpose this line is defined for. Okay, so the line is defined for the square root. Okay, so you can give a label also. And then plt dot plot, I need to create two plots. This plot is for the square root. I need to create one more plot for the cube. So I'm taking plt.plot x wells, y2 wells, represented with a blue color, and give a label cube. Okay, give a label cube, and plt.legend. Plt.legend means where I need to show this label. I need to show it in the upper center. You can define its position also. Where you can show this label, square root and the cube. Okay, and at the last you can see plt dot show. Okay, so very simple operations are there. Here I am calculating the square root as I did up previously. Here I am just calculating the cube of the values. Okay, one more additional thing I did. Here I have defined the x label. Here I can give the title also. Title for your graph. You can give the title and x, y, and the title. Okay, and then here you are saying that create a plot. Create a plot. Take x value, y value, give them a color, and label it. Also, take x value, y2 else value, give them a color blue, and label it. And here you are saying legend upper center. That means this label should be present at the upper center, and just show it. Let me run this code. Here it is. Okay, here is your result. That means you have performed two lines in same, what, in same plot only. That means here you are doing comparative plot. You can see this is x values, this is y values, this is your blue line for the cube, red line is for the square root. Okay, and here you can see label. This is label. Square root and the cube. This is label. Okay, and it has been given where? Upper center. Its location. LOC stands for the location. Location is at the upper center. Okay, so it is upper and it is at the center position. That is how you have defined the legend here. So it's a simple plot. Now, any doubt, please let me know in this code also. I'm waiting. Any doubt? And there is one more thing you can do. See, you can write like this: plt dot xtix rotation equal to 45, and plt dot vertex rotation equal to 45. See what will happen. Check the graph. Plt. Okay. Plt. Now check the graph. X ticks means and Y ticks means. See, X ticks means, these ye marks, these marks are X ticks. You can give an angle also to them. How they are been shown. So I have given 45-degree angle. So now whatever be the marks present on x-axis and whatever be the marks present on ticks present on y-axis, they will be rotated according to the angle. And it's up to you. If you give a 45-degree, it will give 45. If it's up to you, if you want to give 90, it will be tilted by 90. It's up to you. Take it. This is 90-degree angle. 90-degree. It's up to you. And if you don't want to give anything, by default it is 0 only. Okay, so let me run this code again. By default it is 0. If you don't want to give anything, by default it is 0. And if you include it also in the code, it's good thing to you that is for your remembrance. Okay, so here you can see on y-axis I have performed rotation equal to 0. On x-axis the rotation is 90. So now you have learned how to give title, how to give label, how to give x ticks, y ticks, okay, and x values and the y values. Okay, you can define the labels also, title also, ticks also with the rotations. Okay, and you can give the legend values also, and you can have a plot also. Okay, all these things you will learn. So this is what a sample plot is. Okay, in the next case you are also plot heat maps for the 2D numpy arrays, and you can use a method that is called as im show. Okay, now heat map, this is your heat map. Okay, so what is actually heat map? It has a great importance. Heat map shows the correlation basically between the values. Okay, and in the previous lecture I have already discussed about if there is a high correlation between the values. Okay, so the color of the heat map will be light, and if there is low correlation between the values, then the color of the heat map will be dull. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm taking numpy. Okay, I'm taking matplotlib. Okay, and here I am generating a matrix, an array, 4 cross 4. Take 1 to 20 and create 16, that is size equal to 16, that is 4 cross 4, 16 elements I need to pick from 1 to 20, random 16 elements I need to pick. And then I'm saying print array and then plt.im show, just show them, show this array. So here it is a colorful plot for the values for this particular matrix. It's a heat map. Okay, so 4 cross 4 it was na, so it's showing this heat map for you with the 16 squares. Okay, and for what purpose we are going to use the heat map? The heat map is used to show the relationship between the features present in the data. If there is a good relationship between between the features, also good means see good. There is one more twist here. You're seeing relationship, that means if one is increasing, another is increasing, then it's a good relationship. If one is increasing, another is decreasing, again with the same pace, it is also a good relationship. But if one is increasing and it is not putting a big impact on the another feature, then it's a weak relationship. Okay, so this is for this purpose, we are going to use the heat maps, and that we'll see in our projects. Okay, so now square root. Okay, sir, this code is not a big deal. I'm going to take an MP, I'm going to have a list, and then I need to calculate the square root of the number. So these are the square root of the number. No, not if I need to take the log of the values. The log function is used to find the log. It's already told, sir, numpy is for numerical computation. So whatever the numerical computation you need to, for whatever the methods which are present in the maths, you can apply it. Okay, so sqrt to calculate the square root of the numbers. List of number, here is a list and I'm calculating the square root of them, converting it into numpy. Okay, and here I'm printing it. Okay, and then here I'm going to take the log. Okay, log of the numbers. So log 10, log 20, 30, 40, 50. Just simple log, log. That's it. Okay, if you want to take the exponential, so you can take it exp method, take exponential. So already in Python, we are already available with predefined methods. You do not have to use your brain a lot. Just use it here in no brain use. Just use of your this coding skill. That's it. These methods directly, it will calculate exponential. Okay, we can also find the sine and cosine of the items which are present. Sine and cosine. So here it is. These are the items. If I need to calculate the sine value of it, so just give np dot sine. Sine trigonometric functions. Now I hope you know very well know about it. Sine and cosine. It's a trigonometric values. So sine 10, sine 20, sine 30, sine 40, sine 50. Here it is. And cosine also. So these are sine and cosine values for the given input. Okay, now one more important thing. You can calculate the inverse of a matrix also. For example, inverse, very important thing. Very important operation. Inverse of a matrix. And most of the students, if it has been asked to you, calculate the inverse of a matrix on paper, definitely they will. There are more chances of error, or that means you will be stuck somewhere. Okay, yeah, this, and it should be done correctly. But here, no need to require extra efforts. Already you are available with a method lin alg, that means linear algebra dot inverse inv inverse. So if you are available with row 1, row 2, row 3, you are going to prepare an array with row 1, row 2, row 3, and then you are having this inverse of the matrix. Just use, give this array, 2D array, and calculate the inverse. Linear algebra dot inverse. That's it. So inverse operation is present inside linear algebra of numpy. So you can pick inv from that and calculate the inverse of a matrix. Okay. Similarly, determinant of a matrix. Determinant. Okay. So I hope you know in maths inverse and determinants, isn't it? Ramya, you have studied na in maths determinant and the matrices.
Yes.
Okay. Is Rishmita here? Is she here?
No. So,
Uh, why not today?
Yes, sir, we know determinants, sir.
Okay, so um, this triple two is Rishmita only?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So at least I should have some student for my reference. Okay, so I will be picking the student whoever the name is, because I'm visible with the name here. So I'm just take a student as a reference, and I will ask whether what you learned and what you not, and if you are having any doubt, then you can ask. So determinant of how to calculate a determinant. So here is your row 1, row 2, and row 3, and with these 3 rows you have created an array, and then you simply use det to calculate determinant from the linear algebra. Okay, and its value is 17, and you know how to solve a determinant. Okay, because here I will not do maths from my side, because that's why we are using numpy library. If you start doing the maths from our side, then what is the use of this library? But the point is, you should be knowing how it's been performed. Okay, so that is performed, okay, but here just use a method det. So here inv, and here it is det. Now, to find the trace of a matrix refers to the sum of all the elements along the diagonal of a matrix. Sum of elements about the diagonal, okay, that is called as a trace. I know that you don't know. I know that you don't know what is actually a trace is. Okay, so the trace is the sum of elements about the diagonal of a matrix. So for example, you are going to create a matrix row 1, row 2, row 3. Here is your array. Okay, and just use a method np dot trace. Okay, give it as an input np dot trace, and it will find the trace. 15. Why? 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. Here is the output. That means the sum of your diagonal elements. Okay, so here is your trace. Fine. So inverse I have already told. Dot product I have already told, or between the two matrix. Okay, fine. Okay, so now it's time for us to start with the pandas. And I've already shared the practice sheet with you all. So you can download it and upload it and start working with me on the pandas. Now, let's get started. Pandas. Anyone of you can let me know what this pandas is. Have you studied about this library? Any operation you have performed using this library? Please let me know.
Sir, no, sir.
Okay, that means you are completely new to pandas. Okay, see in data
Yes, sir.
science, we are available with the three core important libraries. Okay, that is the NumPy, Pandas, and the Matplotlib. These are basic libraries. With the help of these libraries, we can perform a lot of operations. Okay, so what I believe is including these libraries is somewhat necessary or mandatory, whatever be you can understand from your side. So till now, with the NumPy, we have performed mathematical computations. Now the point is, if you need to work upon the data, okay, that means the data from external sources. See, in NumPy also we are available with the data from external source, that is your CSV file. If you need to load CSV file, if you need to write the data to the CSV file, you have seen it at the last, you have seen these operations. But the point is, if I need to convert a data, if I need to load a data, convert it into data frame, okay, I need to create a data frame out of it. That means here pandas is certainly a library which will provide fast, flexible, and expressive data structure designed to work upon labeled data. That means it provides data structures efficiently to store data and include various operations like data cleaning, transformation, aggregation, and the analysis. See, the point is data, data, data. This word has been repeating multiple times. Okay, so I already told that we are available with the data on Excel file. Okay, and we save it. Usually, you save it in a CSV format, comma separated values. Okay, so all the records, in fact your institute records also, your records also has been saved in a CSV file. Okay, if I do ask to sir that sir, what is the attendance of the students? Okay, so obviously there will be an excel file created. Your name will be there na, and there will be one column present, absent, and if the attendance is being worked upon daily basis. Okay, so there day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all the dates are mentioned, and present absent, whatever be the thing is, so a record has been maintained. So if I need to perform any operation over the records, okay, so Pandas is certainly a library which I am going to use it, and it supports many things. That means it's told data cleaning. Data cleaning means if your data is corrupt, incorrect, it's the data is having empty values, that is the null values, duplicate values. Okay, so I can perform cleaning, clean the data. I can transform the data also. I can perform aggregation and analysis. Analysis is something which we are going to do. Okay, data analysis. Okay, so this library is having a great importance. For that, you need to install this library. Before importing, you need to install this library. Okay, so you can use pip command and you can install the library. Like, this sheet has been present with you all. Okay, so are you guys working with me parallelly? Are you working parallelly or not? Have you installed this pandas library? If not, kindly do it. Okay, installed. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay, kindly install this library and keep on working simultaneously with me. What I'm teaching here. You can use pip command. Pip install pandas. Install and use it. So here I'm going to work on the basic code, because in pandas we used to create a data frame. And what a data frame is? A data frame is a table in which the data is organized in a form of rows and the columns. So pandas is used to create a data frame. Okay, and whatever be the operations we need to do, we will be doing on the data frame itself. That's why this keeps an importance. Okay, so after installing the pandas, we are going to have a data here. Okay, that means import pandas. Now we were creating allies of the previous libraries. Here also you can create the allies of panda. So I mentioned pd, so import pandas as pd, and now I'm creating a data set. My data set equal to, that means I am having a dictionary, cars, BMW, Volvo, Ford, and then I am having model number 3, 1, and 2. So what does this mean? I am creating a dictionary here. This is a dictionary data. Okay, which is having a key BMW, Volvo, Ford, and these are the values. Okay, and again another key that is a model number with the values 312. Okay, so if I need to create a data frame of it, I need to convert it into data frame, dictionary thing. So for that, I'm going to use a simple method, simple thing, that is pd dot data frame. This is the method data frame, and give your data to it. Pd dot data frame, my data set, and print this. Okay, so here you can check it out. Cars and model number. These two will become the feature names. And BMW, Volvo, Ford, these are the values. 3, 1, and 2, these are the values which are present in your columns, in their respective columns. So car is having these three values and model number is having these three values. Now it has been converted into a tabular format. This is what happened. Okay. So data frame method has been used. All right. Please let me know if you understood the concept or not. because pandas is something very, very important.
Yes, sir.
Yes, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now here also I've used the same thing, that is pandas as PD. Now you can create data frame, or rather you can create pandas series. Okay, either data frame or either pandas series. So here I am having calories, another dictionary, which is having day 1 as a key, value is 420, day 2 as a key, value is 380, day 3 as a key, 390 as a value, and creating series pd dot series calories. So it's a series now, it's not a data frame. That means it comprises a series of values. Okay, so previously, if I do talk about, you will ask me, sir, what is this data frame and what is then this series is? See, data frame is organizing the values in the format of row and columns. Okay, and here series means they are not organized in the form of rows and the columns. They are just printed in the form of a series only. That means here it is like day 1 420 and so on. Okay, and its data type is of integer 64. Previously, while creating my data frame, there is no data type mentioned here. Okay, but here it's telling that you have created a series of elements, and the data type it's integer 64 for it. So this is how we can create a series also in pandas series. Actually, it's called as pandas series. Okay, now some more twist in this code. Import pandas as pd calories equal to, I'm again creating a dictionary, day 1 420, day 2 380, and day 3 390, and I'm going to create a series with calories, and I'm saying give index day 1 and day 2. Just take only two index values, day 1 and day 2. Don't take day 1, day 2, and day 3, all the indices. No, just take only index day 1 and day 2 and print the variable. That means it will take for day 1 it's 420, for day 2 it's 380. Okay, so here you can select the index also from the pandas, whatever you want to print. You can create a series accordingly. Okay, in the next case, again I am preparing a data frame. Okay, so here I am taking again import pandas as pd my data set equal to cars BMW Volvo Ford. That means I am making a dictionary. Passings equal to 372. It's a dictionary. It's a dictionary thing. Okay, and then I'm creating a data frame. So you do not have to pick any or do any hard and fast efforts to create a dictionary, or to create a data frame, or rather to create a series. Okay, just use these methods, data frame. So it will convert it into this thing, this is structure. That means rows, columns, and these are the index value 0 1 and 2. These are the index values. Okay, so it's a data frame with the two features, car and the passings, and these are the values. If you will say, so can we convert it into series also? Let me copy this code and let's check what happens. If I do want to create a series of this data, let me take series, panda series. Let me run this code. Now it will be a series. Okay. So previously you can check how the data has been organized. The data has been organized into this structure. And here the data is organized into this structure. And it's saying data type is object. Data type is object. That means object data type means that is something which is written in the form of a text. Object data, so integer, that means numeric. Float is also numeric. Object is something which has been mentioned in the form of a text. Now it doesn't mean that, sir, you are having 372, so it is numeric. Yeah, it's looking numeric, because in case of our analysis, when we are available with the data, when we convert it into data frame, when we check that what kind of the entries present in the data, what is the data type of it. It may happen that it look like 372, but when we check the type of it, it may be like an object. So object is something which is, it's not numeric. Object data type, so it's a series. So you can create this thing also. Just the difference is the change in the structure, change in the structure. And if I say, sir, can you print, is there any possibility my where, okay, my where, and if I say cars, my where cars, let me run this code. See, it's a, list of values: BMW, Volvo, and the Ford. And previously, if I'm going to use this structure, if I'm going to use this thing, let me run this code again, and let me print my where cars, print my where cars. Okay, now check it out. What output you got previously and what output you got here. Here you are saying in cars at 0th index position BMW is present, at 1th index position Volvo is present, at 2nd index position Ford is present. Okay, so whatever be the index positions are, these values are present. And the name is cars, obviously, and object and data type is of object. Here it's saying if I'm printing cars, so it's saying at cars index position only these values are present. So car is an index, cars is an index, and these are the values. That is a series. There's a difference between series and a data frame. But here car is not an index. Here car is not an index. It's a feature name. It's a column name. And 0, 1, and 2, these are the index where the values are present for the cars. So there is a difference between these two series, Panda series and the data. These are the basics. These are the initials you need to learn with this simple code. Then because later on the things will get complicated. Okay, so I hope you are not having any doubt. Okay, and let me run this code, and it's telling that what kind of Pandas version is installed in your system. Okay, Pandas version installed in your system. And if I say my Pandas version is 1.4.3, what is your Pandas version you have installed now? Can you please let me know what is your Pandas version after installation? What version you found in your system? Okay, 1.4.4, Ramya said. What about others? Did they have installed? What is their Pandas version? Are you doing the activity? Codebook is available with you. I have already told you to install. What is the Pandas version? See, I am not teaching any theory, neither neither I'm telling any story. Yes, Ravani.
1.4.4.
Okay, 1.4.4. Okay. So quickly you need to answer. Okay, some are saying 1.4.3, some are saying 1.4.4. Okay. Now, the next thing is, from a list, I can create a series, Panda series. So here, import pandas as PD. I am available with the list. I am converting this into the series. That's it. Here you are creating a series. Okay. Now it doesn't have any heading. No heading is available here. So if I just print where 0, my where, so it's telling okay 0, 1, and 2. At 0th index position 1 is present, 1th index position 7 is present, 2 at 2. Okay, with no title here. All right. Now next, if I'm saying, sir, can you give your own labels? Sir, I don't want 0, 1, and 2. I want to give my own label, sir. Yes, you can. That means if you are available with the list 172, Okay, and you want to convert it into panda series, you can, and you can give an index from your side also. Give it as an index xyz. Okay, so here is your indexing from your side. Okay, so I gave the index positions, and you can see, check out the printout: x1, y, z, and z2. And if you say, sir, I need to print these values also, so let us take copy. Let me run this code and copy, take this malware, and at x, what is being present. Let me run this code. It gave an error. It says x is not defined. X is not defined. If I take this thing also, okay, let me run this code. Now it's saying, sir, one is present. Okay, so these x, these are the index positions which needs to be used, which can be used to print the value which is present at that index position. So it's now converted from list, it is converted into series. Here is the series. Okay, with my index position, customized index positions. This is what happened. Okay, now in the next example, create a sample panda series from a dictionary. Okay, already created. Already we know about it. Day one, here is a day one 420, day two 380, day three 390. This is a simple panda. This is a dictionary, and I can create a series by just writing pd.series. That's it. It will create your dictionary. Okay, that means series from your dictionary. Okay, here it is. And if you want to print the specific values, we have already seen this example. Sir, I want to print day one and day two only, so it will print day one and day two only. And if you want to say, sir, can we customize the names also for this particular thing? Can we customize it? Okay, let me take this code again. Okay, and let me put it here. Okay, and perform the customization. Okay, I need index as x, y, and z, for example. So let me copy this index. Okay, and put it here. Okay, and let me run this code. Where is the closing parenthesis? Okay, here it is. Fine, let me run this code. So here you can, it's saying the value x is none, none, none. Here the values are null, null, null. Now, I want to ask you a question. What happened? Why the values are null? N, that means not available. Why the values are null? We try to change the index. Okay, so what happened is, in calories you are available with the index that is a key. Day 1 it's assigned a value 420, day 2 assigned a value 380, day 3 assigned a value 390. All these values are assigned. Okay, now you're saying, sir, convert this calories into series with index values this. If it has been less, then it is okay. Okay, but with the index it's giving an issue. You can, but here the result which I got is nothing, null values. It's all lost because this is assigned with this is assigned with this, and day 3 is assigned to 390, and you are saying, sir, change the indices, and these indices don't have any values, so everything is lost, null values. That's why you got the result as null value. Okay, so this operation failed, but no, code is correct. There is no error in the code. And na, sir, we do sir experiments. Okay, and I am not afraid of doing experiment. Whether I will get the result, whether I will get an error, no worries. Just do an experiment, sir. You are doing this thing on the list. Can you do this thing on tuple also? Is there any possibility to perform a tuple operation? Let me copy this code and create a tuple and convert it into series. Okay, so here it is. Let me take a tuple. Take a tuple and convert it into series with index this. Done. That means with tuple it is successful. Let me do this task with the set also. So, sir, take this as a set. Okay, and perform the operation. Let me run this code. Okay, now error. Set type is unordered. Yeah. Who told you the set is ordered? We know na set is unordered. So how we can give an index to it? Let me run this code. Again it give error. Sir, series means na. So series, whether you are going to give an index, whether you are not going to index, sir, you can't give set to make a series, because series will convert it into or ordered way, because it give index to each and every value. But in case of set, sir, I can't perform indexing, so your logic is failed. So you can give a tuple, you can give a list, you can give a dictionary, but dictionary is having already key value pair. And if you try to use something from your side in this way, it will give you null values. Okay, so with set it's not possible to create a series. Okay, but sir, can we make a data frame, sir? Sir, do something. Okay, whatever your brain says, whatever your mind says, just do something. Data frame. Can we create a data frame by it? Yes, data frame is possible. Data frame is possible on list also. Data frame is possible on tuple also. Data frame is possible on set also, and dictionaries also. Here is a data frame. Success. But sir, series is not possible on set. Okay, let's proceed. All right. So now here, create a data frame from the two series. For example, I'm available with this your dictionary, and I'm creating a data frame, and you know how it behaves. It's easy. Okay, so data frame is created. Now the next thing is again the same thing, same stuff. Create a simple pandas data frame. Now, if you want to see, if I'm using, if I want to run this code, let me run it. And if I'm going to print what is present at calories, I can df print df calories. Okay, so it will give me an information about what is present in the calories column. Okay, now if I would say what is present, what is present at row, at particular row. Okay, that means if I'm saying df.loc 0, it will print all the elements which are present at 0th row. So this is 0th row. It will print 420 and 50. Here it is. For calories, the value is 420, and for the duration, the value is 50. LOC 0, that is a location. What is the value present at the location at the index position 0? Okay, and if return the row 0 and 1, that means you can use a list of indices also. That means print df.loc01. That means what is the values present at 0th row also and 1th row also. So I'm printing 420 and the 50, 380 and the 40. These two values are present at your these two specific rows. Okay. Now, so very important stuff. LOC, because most of the cases it has been asked how to access the values which is present in the rows. Okay, so this is how you can find either one value, or if you want more values, those separated by comma. So it will print you the values for row 0 also and for row 1 also. Okay, now here I have created a data frame, sample data frame. Okay, that means calories with having this values, duration with having this values. I created a data frame. I named index as day 1, day 2, day 3 from my side. That means I'm customizing the index. So if I print this data frame, I'm getting day 1, day 2, day 3 as an index positions. And these are respectively the two columns, calories and the duration. And these are the respectively values for it. Now, if I'm going to take df.loc day 2, day 2. So whatever the values which are present at day 2, that is 380 and the 40, for the respective columns, it will be printed. Okay, it will print it. Now, I just want to do some twist. Okay, what twist I am looking forward for? For example, if I take df df calorie df calories, actually it is calories dot loc iloc 0. You can ask me, sir, we don't need the values for all the features for that particular row. No, sir, we are only looking for calories, sir. So whatever the value for the calories present at row number 0, that is the first row, kindly print it, sir. So this is your calories, this column. At at first iloc 0. What does this iloc 0 means? First index position. Okay, so at the first index position, I am available with the 420. So it printed me. So you need to use iloc. In simple terms, you are using loc location. Okay, so if I say df.loc2, it will print all the values which are present at day 2 for all the features. But if I say df calories, that means just specifically for the calories. If I need to print what is the value at the present at location 0, then it will going to tell you that 420 is present. Now this thing is understood or not, because it is very very much important. Location value, that means you are accessing the values from the data frame. Is it clear or not? Okay, so Ramya said it's okay. What about other? You should practice with me side by side. Whatever the code whatever be coming in my mind, I just use it here. It's not like that the sheet is present, so I need to explain you this particular sheet only. No, whatever be thing coming in my mind, I implement it. What about others? See, you should be quick if you are listening to me properly. Is it clear or not? This loc operation, accessing the values at the index positions. Okay, so shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. um okay, now the point is, sir, you told about the data frame concept. Now the next code is how to access a data in pandas. Okay, so for example, I am available with a excel sheet. Okay, excel sheet I'm available with. Okay, and the name of it, that excel sheet, is data, for example, and it's data.csv. It's stored in format of your data.csv format. Okay, so let me show you the data. Let me show you the data here. Okay, and then I will explain you what happened. Here is an excel file. Okay, present with me in a form of data.csv. Okay, so you as I told that this is a common format for storing the values. Okay, and I have saved it, file save as. Okay, in this, in some specific folder with the .csv format, comma separated values format. This is what I have done already. So that's why I mentioned data.csv. You need to mention the extension also. Okay, so here if I say file save as in Python folder, and here it is the extensions available, comma separated values, CSV, comma delimited. In this extension, you need to save a file. Okay, save. Okay, and if I need to load this file using my pandas to perform all the operation, that means I will be converting this into data frame, that is your tabular format, and whatever the operations I need to do, I have to do on this particular sheet data. Okay, that means cleaning, aggregation, analysis, whatever I will be doing afterwards, I can do after converting it into data frame. Okay, so the point is I'm stop sharing this screen and coming to the code again and explain you there what's happening. So here is my code. Okay, and let me share you this data sheet also. Okay, you can download it and you can start working along with me. Okay, data.csv file, and kindly put this sheet into that particular column from which you are accessing your Jupyter notebook, else it will give you error from here only, from because right now we are in a process of learning this, how to do projects in data science. Okay, I have mailed you all this data sheet. Okay, so the point is download and copy and paste this particular data sheet into that particular folder from which you are accessing your Jupyter notebook, because I am accessing my Jupyter notebook from my Python folder, which is in C drive. So I have pasted this particular file data in my Python folder. That's why I haven't given any path here. Remember, path is important where this data is present. If you will give the wrong path, it will not access this file and not print anything. Hurry up, do this task. Download the file, it's already mailed, and put it into that particular location, and then perform the operation. And let me know whether you are successful or not. So, till then, let me explain you something. Import pandas as pd.read underscore csv. So, this is a method which is present in the pandas to read the CSV files. Okay, and my data is already in a CSV file format. And it's not like that you can only use CSV. No, you can use SX format also. You can use Notepad file also, TXT file also. For Excel, there will be change in the function, but for text file, this function is applicable. So this function is applicable for CSV file also and text files also. It's applicable to both. Okay, so you can use it. All right. Now, please tell me, success or not? Have you loaded your CSV file? Uh,
Yes, sir.
okay, Ramesh said done. What about other girls?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's a simple process, but some people do stuck. Sir, we are not getting this thing correct, because if your path is correct where the file is present, then it will pick accordingly to from the path and it will going to print you the data frame. So here is your data frame. Okay, here is your data frame. I have done a printed df which comprises of 3333 rows and 21 columns present in your data frame. Okay, so what you need to do right now, you guys say, sir, we don't know anything about data science or projects, but we want to do something. Okay, so just close your eyes, and whatever I'm teaching you right now, just do the task. Okay, close your eyes me doesn't mean, sir, Close your eyes means don't think much. Okay. So the right now, if someone give you at this moment, someone will give you a CSV file. So without knowing anything, just perform certain operations which I'm going to tell you. Okay. So you are available with the data. You have printed this particular data. Okay. Now one more thing. How many maximum number of rows which can be returned by pandas? Check this thing also. How many max rows your pandas can return? At my this pandas version, it's 60. So I'm just checking the number of maximum return rows which can be performed by the panda. So it's pd.options.display max rows. Max 60 rows I can display in one go itself in case of pandas. But I'm not going to print the 60 rows here. There is a method. See, now one more thing I want to tell. You have accessed the CSV file and into a variable df. Df is a data frame. Df is a data frame. It's not mandatory you can give the name df. It's up to you. You can give any name, x, y, z, your name, anything you can give. But simple is df. Okay, this is not data frame. And if I do like this, df.head, that means it will print the first 5 rows of your data frame. Df.head means first 5 rows of your data frame. Here it is. 5 rows and 21 columns are printed. And if I say df.tail, it will print last 5 rows of your data frame. So first 5 rows and the last 5 rows of your data frame are printed here. Important process. So when you are available with the data and you are working on any project, first import pandas as pd, then access your data, name it as df, and print df.head and df.tail. First 5 rows and the last 5 rows of your data. Then what you need to do is let us print the shape of your data. How many rows and how many columns it comprises of. So df.shape. Sir, it comprises of this much rows and this much columns. This is what you need to do. And then you need to print how many columns are present in your data. df.columns. It will print you all the columns which are present in your data with df.columns. Okay, so these are the column names which are present. Okay, in your data set. All right, these all steps you need to follow in each and every project. Just remember. Then after that you need to check. There was one step mentioned in pandas, data cleaning. Then I'm checking, are there any duplicate values present in my data set? That means duplicate rows. df.duplicated.sum is checking how many duplicate rows are present in your data set. Calculate the sum of all. Right now I am in a safe position. In my data set there are no duplicate values, but this is a mandatory process you need to do in every project. Check the duplicate values which are present in your data set. df.duplicated.sum, that means it will check this, it will do the sum of all duplicate values. If it happens that you are available with the duplicated values,
చెక్ చేసుకోమన్నారు ఇప్పుడు ఏ ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము డూప్లికేట్ వాల్యూస్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయి
yes, what happened? Duplicate values 225 triple e. Okay, sure. Okay, so if you are having the duplicate values, then it will let you know. Okay, right now I'm not available with any duplicate values, but the point is, if I am available with any duplicate values, then what I need to do is df equal to df dot drop underscore duplicates. It will drop all the duplicate values from your data frame. If I'm having, right now I'm not having any duplicate value, but if it is present, you need to drop them. So all the rows with the duplicate values will be done, over, dropped. Next is, I need to calculate the null values present in your data set. That means empty values present in your data set. For each and every column, I need to go through how many empty values are present in each and every column of your data set. So these are the columns: id, state, account length, area code, international, voicemail. All these are your column names present in your data. Okay, so you have to use df dot is null dot sum. Again, is null, that means are there null values present in your data frame in each and every column, and calculate the sum of them. So in id, it will calculate the sum of null values present in id. No. State, no. Account length, no. Area code. So you can see my data set doesn't comprise of any null values present in the data. Okay, if it happens that you are available with the null values, then you are having two options. Option number one, if there are some null values, if there are some nominal null values present, so you can use df dot drop na. It will drop the null values present in the rows. Whatever be the rows which are having null values, it will be dropped. Okay, listen very carefully. df dot drop any null values present in the rows, it will drop. For example, here in case I am having in voicemail, I'm having 10 null values. In id, I'm having two null values, for example. So it will drop the two rows with null value id and 10 rows with null value voicemail. So df dot drop any, because I can't work with null values in my data sheet. This is option number one. What I did, I dropped the null values present in my data set with those rows which are having that. Option number two. Option number two is, if there is any of the column which is having huge number of null values, and if you think that particular column is not helpful for me in doing further analysis, so next case is you can drop df dot drop that particular column. For example, I'm going to take a column id. For example, this is not useful for me and it is having lot of null values, so I'm using id drop id access equal to 1. See, there's a difference. Drop na will drop all rows with null values, and drop will drop the column with the null values. So remember, and why I wrote x is equal to 1? See, you know, na, x is equal to 0 means rows, and x is equal to 1 means columns. Okay, so it will drop the particular column. And if you think, sir, we want to drop other row, other column also, sir, because there are many null values available in other columns also. So you can prepare a list. Again, let me copy this and put it here. Okay, so you can have a list. id, if for example you want to drop id, and for example you want to drop area code. Okay, area code also. Okay, in quotes just write area code. Then if you want to drop something else also, for example, okay, state. Okay, so you can drop state also. State. Okay, and just complete this bracket. Okay, so all these three columns which is having higher null values, and you believe that okay, these columns are not for my importance, you can drop them. So there are, what are the possibilities I told you for the data cleaning? The possibilities I told, that either you can drop the rows, all the rows. Okay, possibility number two is either you can drop the column itself, columns. Possibility number three, sir, I don't want to drop anything. I want to replace those values with something, which are the null values. So that's a different phenomena. That means if I am available with the null values, I need to replace it with the mean, mode, or median values. So that I will let you know when we will be doing the projects. So there are three cases with the null values. Either you can drop all the rows, or either columns also. And if you think that, sir, I want to keep these features, sir, they will be helpful for me ahead. So you can replace the values with mean, median, or the mode values. It's up to you. That we'll see ahead. Okay, now df.info. See, df.info will going to print you the information of the data frame. df.info will print you the complete information of your data frame. That means it will tell you, okay, column names, okay, these are the column names. Okay, then it will tell you how many not null values present. Okay, these are the not null values present. Then it will tell you data type of each and every column. Okay, id is of having object type, state is having object type, account length is integer, area code is integer, international plan object type. That means it's telling you the data type of each and every column, entry present in each and every column. It's telling. So complete information of your data frame will be printed by df.info. Here it is. That means it is having one boolean data type, 8 floating point data type, 8 integer data type, 4 object type data type. Total memory utilization is 524.2 KB in your memory. This is the memory it's using. Okay, so complete information. Now, next thing is df.describe. If I want to show the statistical information of my data, then I can use a method that is called as df.describe. Describe will let you know the statistical information of your data set. That means it will pick only those columns which are having numerical entries. Okay, and what kind of information it will going to print you? It will tell you the count. Okay, that means how many entries are there in this. See, here I am having account length, area code, all these are the numerical values. All these columns are having numerical values. So only those values, those columns which are having numerical values, only description of them will be printed, and description will be statistical in nature. So here it's telling you count, that means how many values are there in that particular row, what is the mean of all the values, what is the standard deviation of those values, what is the maximum value, what is the minimum value, what is the distribution of the data there, 25%, 50%, and the 75% data distribution. These are called as quantiles: q1, q2, q3. Okay, so 50% is the median, 25% is your first quantile, 75% is your third quantile. Okay, and that I will explain you ahead when we will be doing the project what these quantiles are. Okay, so just a statistical information. Okay, so drop na I have already told you. Okay, df.corr. Okay, df.corr means it is a correlation. I have already told you in the previous lectures also. df.corr, that means a correlation between the values, between the features. Okay, so correlation will take correspondence one by one, one to one. Okay, that means for the numerical values. Okay, so these are the numerical values. Okay, and if I need to find the correlation between each one with each one, so for that I just need to use a method that is df.corr. Okay, so account length is how account length is related to account length 1. Obviously, na, one to one correspondence with the same values. How account length is related to area code minus point minus 0.01. Now, can anyone tell me what does this mean? Minus 0.01. What does this mean? If I say correlation between account length and the area code is minus 0.01, what does this mean? Is it highly correlated or less correlated? Because I'm finding the correlation between the features. So can you please tell me how this correlation works? See, I have already told you, in case of correlation, the point is, if the features are highly correlated, that means increase in one will be increase in another, and decrease in one will be having decrease in another with the same pace, or inverse also is possible. Here, if I would say account length is increasing or decreasing, area code is not having too much impact on it. It's just having 0.01. That means it's have a negligible impact on account length. So area code and account length are independent of each other. Very much important in feature selection, because when I'm going to select the features what are required for me to perform further analysis, feature selection is one of the important steps. So here I found that okay, area code and account length are not related to each other. Not much. Here also minus 0.0 that means with account length these features are not related. Okay. So by performing this, I am checking how these features are related to each other. And I found that sir, none of the feature are having such that much correspondence with each other. Only, only diagonal values will be one here. One, one, one. That means diagonal value one means because I am taking one to one correspondence with them. Here one to one correspondence, here one to one correspondence with the area code to the area code. So only diagonal will be one, and remaining all it depends how they are correlated with each other. Now the question is, your question should be, sir, if they are highly correlated with each other, what to do? For example, if at any of the moment, for example, total days calls and total day minutes, total day call and total day minutes, here they are having 0.006, that means less correlation. But if at any moment it is having zero point 0.9, 0.9, then it means sir total days calls and total minutes are having highly correlation with each other. That means this will affect that particular feature. So when I am going to pick whatever the feature required for the modeling, that means if I need to I need to select the features and then I need to put those features into my model training. So I need to ignore any one of them. I can't take both because they are affecting each other. So that is the importance of correlation. That I will explain you ahead for the future purpose. Now, I hope you understood some of the facts related to the project building of the data science. Do you? What do you say? What's your uh, what's your understanding here? I want to hear from your side. Less correlation, maybe. Yeah, obviously, no. Less correlation. Ramya put in the comment section. Less correlation. Yeah. Now, what's your understanding, Ramya? Can you just simply define what you understood?
Regarding the Pandas library, sir.
Yeah, I'm just saying that what you understood by this particular the syntax which we have done till further in Pandas. What you understood? This analysis. How you deal it?
We can easily obtain the required data from a large data set.
Okay.
Sir, I can't speak, sir.
Okay,
I
okay, it's
have a
okay.
throat.
Okay. See, the point is you can perform analysis over the data, okay, by using simple operations which are present in the pandas. Okay. Now the next thing is in this particular code, in this particular code, you are creating an empty series, and you know that, sir. You know that, no? We have already used the series method. Okay. if you are available with some list or something, you can give here that particular list, you can convert it into series. So right now I haven't given any data here inside. Okay, so it's just created an empty series, just an empty series. Okay, now we have already checked this particular code, this type of codes, that if you are available with the data. Okay, if you are available with the data, for example here it's a numpy array. Okay, and if you give this numpy array to this series method, it will convert it into series. Okay, so this stuff we have also seen. All right, here is output according to the index positions. And the point is, we can also define custom indexes. That's also we have seen. For example, if you are available with the data 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, yeah, please ask the question. Yes, 210. Yes, please ask the question. Any question, please ask. 210 triple E.
By mistake, she raised her
Okay,
hand.
by mistake. But I like the mistakes. Okay, the point is, it's helping me to know that you guys are here only. Okay, and if you raise your hand, but still you can ask anything. Ask anything. What you understood and what you didn't understood. Just say anything. Please say. 210 triple E. Please say what you understood. See, I am only the person who's been interacting. I am only the person speaking, speaking, speaking. I also want you guys to say something. By mistake only, you say something. No answer, no reply I'm getting. See, those people who will say by mistake also, I will ask sir to give more marks to them. Okay. So who are be the guys who are speaking to me? They will be getting much more marks. All right. So now here this is an array, and we have checked the scene that if you want to give the index from your side, index positions from your side, you can give it. You are defining the index here: num1, num2, num3, num4, and num5. Okay, that means previously the index was 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now your indexes are num1, num2, num3, num4, and num5. Okay, we have already seen this kind of example, and you can customize the index from your side in case of series. Okay, so I have created different series. Okay, and just defined the customized index positions to them. Now the question is, let's check this code. Here in this code, I don't have any multiple values. I'm just having only value 25. Just only 25 I'm available with. And what I need to do is, if I'm available with a scalar value, that is only 25, that is it's not a vector, only scalar value, and I need to define a series with it. In this particular case, we can pass a list of indexes. The scalar will be repeated the number of times equal to the number of indexes. For example, here I gave only one value, I'm available to 25, and if I gave the indexes num1, num2, num3, num4, num5, okay, so all index will get the same value: 25, 25, 25. You can see the output, all will be having the same values. Okay, so with scalar values this is also possible. Now, again, the case of dictionary, I hope we have already seen such kind of example. When I'm having a dictionary, I can create a series with that particular dictionary. So this is what the result you have got: creating series with the dictionaries. Okay, and we can create a data frame also. You also know about that particular thing. Accessing data from the series. See, we have seen how to access data from the data frames. If we do talk about the series, how to access the data, for example, here I have created a series with the values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Index positions I gave num1, num2, num3, num4, and num5. These are the index positions I have given to the series elements. If I want to access the data, I am saying my series 0, my series 0, the first value is 10, and my series num3, the value is 30. And if I say, sir, what is my series 2? My series 2. Okay, let me run this code. It will print 30. See, one thing happened. Even though, even though you have given customized indexes. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. But you are still having rights to access the values with 0, 1, and 2, and 3 index positions also. That means you can see the value which is present at 0th index with second index position. What value is present? 30. It can be accessed by my series 2. Also, it can be accessed by number 3. Okay, you have given na num3 customized index, so it is accessible by both of these. Okay, let's proceed ahead. We are available with minimum and maximum functions also in pandas. That means we can find the minimum maximum values from the series. Okay, for example, you are available with a series like 5, 8, 2, 11, 9. You are creating a series by it. Okay, and then you are using np.min my series. So minimum value is obviously 2, and you are using np.max. Okay, so 11. So you are creating a panda series, and you are using numpy functions to print the maximum and the minimum values which are present in those series. Okay, so it's quite simple. You can perform the mean also of the series. That means again you can use the numpy module to calculate the mean values which are present in your panda series. Okay, by this particular stuff, that is, here I am creating a series. Okay, and simply I am here using the mean, my series dot mean. So it will calculate the mean of all the values. Median, again it's all same, having the series, and you can next use dot median to calculate the median. So mean, median, max, min, all are easier. But the point is how to write them is important. Remember np dot mean, np dot max. Remember my series dot mean, my series dot median. I'm not giving my series inside mean. No. So understand how to just write them. If you want to print the data type of the series, okay, not an issue. Here it is. Just create a series and my series dot d type. That will print the data type. It is int 64. Integer 64. Now, series can be, now the questions are copy and let me paste it here. Sir, the point is series, is it mandatory that series should be in this particular format only? Can't it be 5.0, 8.9, 2.54, whatever? Then let me print the data type. It is float now. And sir, we are not over now. Still, we want to do some experiments. Can be series be like, hello, are you guys sleeping? Okay, just any. I'm just using this text also here in the series with the numerics. So whether it will work or not, let me run this code. Yeah, it will. So you can take mixed values also in creating a series. Okay, and see who get the priority. Who got the priority? The priority is given to this thing object. You can see what is the data type object. So if you are having mix also, that is your text thing, hello or whatever be the thing is, and you are available with your Floating point values also, the priority is given to object. And if you are having integer and object values, priority is given to the float. Okay, now Panda series can be used to convert Python list to toList method also, as shown in the script. Okay, for example, this is a Panda series 5, 8 to 11, 9, and I need to convert it into list. I need to convert series to list. Remember what I'm saying. I am saying convert series, Panda series to list. So there is a method to list. Here it is. To list method. My series dot to list. It will convert. It will convert the series into list. Okay, list operation. Then you can perform list operation ahead. Okay, once you got the list. So just you remember a method to underscore to list. Okay, now data frame. See, these are certain things which we can do on the series. I have explained you in this code. So some simple data sets, this operations related to the Panda series. Now, if you do talk about the data frame, I've already discussed above. We did started with this stuff only. Okay. If I need to create an empty data frame, here it is. pd.data frame, mydf, print mydf. This is an empty data frame with no columns, no index values, no entries are present in this data frame. It is an empty data frame. And you know what is a data frame, sir? It is a tabular like structure, rows and columns. Okay, so here I created an empty data frame, pd.data frame. Okay, now the next is, if I need to create a data frame using a list of list. See, remember what I'm saying. I need to create a data frame using list of a list. Here it is. This is a list. This is a list. This is a list, and outside also one more bracket. List of list. So it's a 2D list of list. And pd.data frame scores. These are the scores. Listen carefully. Scores. And what I am having in this list, I am having maths 85, English 91, history 95. That means I am available with the subject and the marks. Okay, so what I did, I created a data frame that is list inside list using this thing with the column name, subject, and the score. Previously, we were using what? We were using dictionary. So there, I know, okay, this is the column name, and but here I don't know. So I defined from my side. So the point is, I'm having maths and score and all this stuff. So I can split them. I can put them into subject and the score. The column names are subject and the scores. Okay, here it is a data frame that has been created. Important to learn. Okay, now we can use dictionary. So dictionary is something which is very easy. Okay, dictionary is very easy. So subject, there was a column subject created here, and all these entries will come into the subject, and all the scores will come into the scores. In case of dictionary, things are quite easy. We are having a key, we are having a value. So we are having key value pairs. Okay, so subject, it's available with all these values, and score, it is available with all these values. Okay, then just print it. Here it is. But in case of list, you need to prepare column names. If you don't give the columns name, let me copy this code and again show you what will be the result. Okay, here I haven't given any column names. Let me remove it. Don't give any column. Just create a data frame by using score. The output is 0 and 1. So it will give from by default. By default, the column are 0 and 1. Okay, but you have given the column name, subject, and the score, so it will create like this. Here is a dictionary. Okay, another way to create a pandas data frame by using a list of dictionaries. List of dictionaries. Okay, so prepare a list. Here is a list, and I'm available with many dictionaries. For example, I'm available with subject maths, score 85, subject history, score 98, Subject English score 75. So these all are dictionaries which are present inside list. So it's a list of dictionaries. Okay, and you can use it here. Create a data frame. See, output will be all the same. Okay, output here is also same, and output here is also same. Both are same. Okay, but the point is you have used different phenomena. Here you have used list of the dictionaries, and here you are using only single dictionary, which is simple, which seems to be simple. Okay, now the dictionary within the list is used to create a pandas data frame, may need not be of the same size. Yeah, that's not, it's not mandatory that it is of same size. See what will happen. Here I am having a dictionary with a key value pair subject maths and score 85. Okay, here I am having subject history score 98, subject English score 75. Here I am having score 72. Sir, what about subject, sir? In this dictionary, I am not available with the subject. Okay, let's see what will happen. Here I am having subject arts score is 95. Okay, sir, we got something that here subject is not present, score is present. And if I create a data frame by this, see what happened. NaN, that means in subject my entry is null. I am not available with any entry present here in my data frame. Okay, so it's a null value. So you kept here, na? Skip the subject part here. So it will represented by null value NaN. This is how also you can create a your pandas data frame. Okay, and let us know how to use some basic operations over this to view the top rows of the data. Okay, to view the top rows, I have already explained you this thing. For example, you have created this data frame using list of dictionaries. Okay, maths, score 85, and all this stuff. You have created a this is a list of dictionaries, and you have created a data frame of it. And if you want to print the first two entries only, so use head 2. And I have already explained you above using head and tail. If I say head 5, it will print first 5 rows, and head and tail 5, it will print last 5 rows. So you can use this thing either 1 also, 2 also, 3 also. And I have also shown you how much how many maximum rows can be printed. In my system it told 60 60 rows it can print it one time, not beyond that. Okay, so you can print 2, 5, 10, whatever. Okay, here also tail. All right, so here we did started with the pandas, and we have understood some basic concepts related to it. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Let me stop the recording.